The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Forum, assemble! You're watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books, and your live weekly conversation about entertainment and geek culture. We are the Fantastic Forum, coming to you live and direct from the Hall of F. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you should stick with us while we take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, he is our riddle inside of an enigma, trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. You don't know him. You love him anyway. He's our silent assassin, Jay.
Hey.
Hey, indeed, friend. Hey, indeed. Next, he is our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the cowl. He is our resident Dark Knight detective. It's Oz. Yay, Oz. Next.
Hates the clan.
Next, he's the backbone, the pillar, the strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh invulnerable brawler, and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
I'm fucking shiny, man.
Shiny, look, dude, so shiny, Moses. Everyone knows this about you. Stay shiny.
I was having camera issues, so I'm late. I'm sorry.
It's okay, friend. We're happy that you're here. As for myself, my name is Lawrence Young. They call me Mary Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. We got a great show for you today because we are going to be talking to you all about DC KO Boss Battle #1. We're going to be talking about that today. And we're going to be talking to you all about the comic book Malevolent #1 from Image. So we'll be talking about both of those books and, of course, whatever else it is that you all want to talk about. And we'll tell you how it is you can get down with Fantastic Forum in just a moment. But before we do all that, we want to make sure that we thank Mr. Scott Rubin, because without him, the show would not exist. So thank you, Scott Rubin. Hope all is well with you, good sir. And yeah, if you want to get down with Fantastic Forum, we do have a few different ways for you to do that. First and foremost, if you want to get all the way in live on the action, go ahead and go to fantasticforum.live, hit the call-in button, and you can be the 5th member of Fantastic Forum. So go ahead, hit that call-in button. You can be the 5th member. And if you're like, hey, I got something to say, but I'm not trying to be on screen, I'm not trying to be on air, well, you're more than welcome to go ahead and jump into chat, whether that be through YouTube, whether that be through Twitch. You can jump into chat. We'll take your comments directly out of chat and bring them into the show, such as insert witty chat comment here. Jay, please.
Hexzilla says, I'm here to talk fucking comics.
Look, guess what, Hecht? We are too. Imagine that. What? Look, it's Kismet. Who knew? So yeah, let's do that. Let's talk comics. Even though we are going to talk comics, but allow me to derail us just for one moment, because there's something that I want to talk again. Right, exactly. Because Lord knows, if there's one thing Mary Young is good for, it's not trying to keep the show on track. He never does that. He never tries. Always tangent. Everyone knows that, right?
You're lucky you're under contract for like 400 years.
Well, yeah, I'm very fortunate. I have tenure. So there was a video game release that I was very much looking forward to that happened this past week. Dispatch on Nintendo Switch 2. I was really looking forward to that release.
You haven't played that yet?
I haven't.
Old.
It's been on Steam for like 3 months.
I love it. It's it's been out 3 months. Listen,
like I already beat it twice.
First of all, I'm an adult. Okay, look, when games come out, don't have nothing to do with when I play them. That's number one. Lord knows, look, there's games that I've owned for years that I haven't even completed at all. That I'm very disappointed in myself.
You're still in the Citadel on Mass Effect 1.
That's what it is. Look, even though a Mass Effect title is among one of those that I'm on, like I really am ashamed of myself that I haven't played through it yet. But not any of the main trilogies, Andromeda.
Did you ever get to Baldur's Gate 3 like I told you?
No, absolutely not. Like Baldur's Gate 3 is a job, okay? And I didn't have time for it. I want to play it, but Baldur's Gate 3 is like top 3 of my retirement backlog. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, okay, when I know that I can just take a week to play games, and trust me, I'm not saying I'm gonna beat it in a week. That's just me putting in enough time.
We can crossplay now, so I can like show you where you're wrong.
Listen, look, Lord knows, Oz, that you've never needed crossplay to show me where I'm wrong. Like, wait, so you can play
like you can be on your PC, I can be on my Xbox.
No, I understand how crossplay works. I just didn't know Baldur's Gate 3 had like
sorry, I know you're not a gamer,
aspect.
so you know.
But he's barely getting to Dispatch.
Listen, Dispatch is a new game. Anyway, listen, we'll get back to Baldur's Gate 3 another time. What I need to tell you is I was super excited about Dispatch. I wanted to buy it for Switch specifically because I want to play that game. I almost bought it for PC when I started hearing the rumors of a Switch version coming. I literally held up because I was going to buy it. And like for PC, and opted to wait when I heard that there was going to be a Switch version coming. And so I'm like, oh, okay. Look, and I was like, after it got announced, I was like, I can wait for that because I want to play it on Switch. The game released, and it turns out that the game is censored. Which we've had conversations on Fantastic Forum before about censorship in video games, and you know, we all have varying degrees of a tolerance for it, right? You know, some of us are all the way on one end where they're like, any censorship ruins the game, don't support that. You know, I know myself, I'm usually of the mindset where I'm like, you know, I don't want things to be censored, but if things are mildly censored, it's usually not that big of a deal to me because the things they're censoring aren't usually things that I'm like huge about.
Doesn't ideally make or break a game for you.
Right. And ideally, right. And ideally, in a perfect world, it would be something that you could like toggle, right? Something where you could censor it or you couldn't censor it. Like, so like, you know, if you want your kids to play something, but you don't want it to be all out there, that would be the ideal way to handle those kinds of situations, which Dispatch on PC has. It has literally has a switch to toggle whether you want stuff censored or not. So I was like, oh, okay. So in my mind, I'm thinking when I hear it censored on the Switch, I'm like, oh, well, somebody just didn't hit the toggle. But then I came to find out that the Switch is permanently put in the censorship position on Switch consoles, which I didn't understand because I was like, there's games with profanity, nudity, all that stuff on, like, Switch has hentai games.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hecht is in the building. KO Hecht, boss baby. What up, Hecht?
What's up? Yeah.
But yeah, man. So, right, exactly, right? So Switch, like, you know, like we had a whole conversation one time. Oh, actually, maybe not. Maybe I wasn't having that conversation with you all, but like off air, I was talking about, not on air, but off air, where I was just like, what is this game? Because I didn't know Switch had hentai games. And I was just
found
like,
out right now.
I was in the eShop and I was like, what in the world? Like, what is this? Like, I was like, oh, I didn't know. So, you know, not to mention, of course, like the big one that a lot of people mention too is like, dude, Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is on Switch too. And it's not censored. So people are like, why is Dispatch censored? And the thing is, again, there's a continuum for censorship, right? Dispatch has some cursing, it has some nudity. if that was like, if the cursing was bleeped out and the nudity was like, the digitized kind of nudity or whatnot, I might have just been like, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it because I wasn't looking to see, cartoon superhero breasts or cheeks or anything like that myself, right? So I don't care. But this joint, like, I don't know if you've seen this censorship for Dispatch, and like, I wish I had thought about to pull it up. I didn't pull it up, but they're giant black bars that
No,
are
I hate
on.
those.
Oh, dude,
I
it
never
is
go
like,
to those. Fuck that.
it is the worst. Like, I saw a scene,
I
and
love
I
it.
was
Doesn't
just
get it.
like, oh, come on, man. Come on. I was, yeah, listen.
I wish he
yeah.
censored himself with a big giant black bar in his mouth.
Giant black bars, you know what I'm saying? There it is.
I just like when Lawrence. I just like when Lawrence keeps going and I just hear Mo giggling in the back.
that GBB, everybody's down for that. No, but yeah, man, it has like the like giant black bars that it like literally messes around and like completely kind of takes you out of whatever. Like, it's the stuff they use for when they want to censor something comically. And they're like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, talking about how.
So it's not even
crazy
creative with the game. Like, it doesn't flow. Like, it takes you out of the experience.
100%. And I was like, it was so bad that I was just like, I don't know if I can buy that.
Dang.
And I was just like, man, that sucks. Because I'm like, I waited to play it on this system.
You should have played it on the Steam Deck. 3 months ago.
Moses, I don't have a Steam Deck, nor will I.
You don't?
Why would I have a Steam Deck? Well, I have a Switch. I don't need a Steam Deck.
Well, clearly you do. Like, I mean, because you barely got Cyberpunk on the Switch. Like, we've had it for years.
You're hilarious. Like, come on now, man. Like
I almost bought a Switch too because I'm like, oh man, I could play Cyberpunk mobilely. Like, wait a minute, I have it on the Steam Deck.
Listen, the Steam Deck version isn't as good as the Switch 2 version.
That doesn't matter to me.
Is that factual?
It's probably not.
No, I'm pretty sure it is.
Nah, it's not.
GameStop.
What do you mean? Nah? He said, "Nah." Look, okay, look, you all look it up for yourselves.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when I get a PC that works, I can play it there too. So,
yeah,
and that'll be better than your Switch 2 version.
Well, so I was trying to figure out what the deal with this was because they have these games that aren't censored. So what's the deal? And it, what it's looking like, unfortunately, is that like when Nintendo puts up a game on their eShop, they basically put the same game on every region and it just changes languages. Mm-hmm. And which is not an issue generally speaking. But the real issue, I guess, is the Japanese rating board for games, which is, what is it? Cero? Is that how you say it? I don't know how you say it. It's CERO, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
they won't allow nudity and a lot of profanity apparently in their games over there. And so if you're going to host a game in the Japanese eShop for Nintendo, you either have to have the game censored across the board, or you have to make a special version of the game specifically for the Japanese market, which is what happened with Cyberpunk. Apparently, Cyberpunk in the Japanese market, they have their own edition that Project Red made so that the game could be uncensored everywhere else, and there they have a censored version. But the studio
it's not
behind
even creatively like, because I know we like how we talk. We have different parameters for censorship and tolerance for censorship that we like. Like for me, one of my favorites was It was back in the terrestrial radio days of Howard Stern, where they wanted the FCC was going after him a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
he couldn't throw piss-filled balloons at a guy that wanted to meet The Rock. So he's like, gives a challenge. So he's like, let us throw. You do trivia, and if you get it wrong, you can meet The Rock, but we have to throw these piss. But they couldn't say piss. They would get fined for saying piss on the radio. So
That's
he
wild. That must have been a long time ago.
Here's the thing. So they call it's not even that long ago. It was like right after like it was like 2003. Like, yeah.
It's only 20 years ago.
Listen,
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna
20 years ago.
listen.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, when you watch like NYPD Blue or something, like the language is the same. They just decided to go after him. So he just called it human liquid balloons, which is like
That could be anything.
it could be even worse. Like for me, it was grosser to hear human liquid balloons. And yeah, I think they were just warm water. Like they weren't even like real piss,
Mhm.
But it's just theater of the mind. But they had to censor because otherwise they couldn't do the bit. So they just
Right.
call it human liquid balloons, and that
Right.
made it worse. That's a form of creative censorship.
Censorship.
And then
Yeah,
the
no,
other one
yeah.
is the Osbournes. Like, if you watch it uncensored, it's not as funny. Like hearing the bleep from Ozzy Osbourne's mouth every time just makes it funnier.
Right. Yeah, man. But needless to say, the studio, I guess, couldn't afford or just decided not to make a version of the game specifically for Japan, and so now
They're trying to get you to get a Steam Deck. That's what it is.
the rest of us will suffer. No, listen.
Japanese.
I believe that something's going to change because people are very unhappy about it. And I
mean,
think
they paid
that
their money, and it's like, the very least, if especially like how you held out. Like you're not the only one that held out for the Switch.
no,
version,
absolutely. And people had paid. They had pre-ordered,
Yeah.
and once they saw the censorship, they got refunded.
Oh, nice.
Like, yeah. So nobody that didn't want a censored version of the game had to just got stuck with it. Everybody got refunded. So I'm sure that the studio is looking like, oh, we could have had more money, but we made this move. So we'll see. Like, I guess it'll be a cost benefit analysis, right? Where they're like, well, if we take the extra time to make Japan its own version, is that going to be worth the sales that we'll get from unedited version on the Switch? Because there might be some people that like not everybody has a Steam Deck, right? There are people that bought it on PC that might buy the game again, especially considering that it's like not a super high price point, just to have it mobile on the Switch too. But we'll see. But yeah, I was disappointed because I would have definitely been back here talking about playing some Dispatch, and I was not able to do that. So look, but Mo, I mean, you played some of it, right?
Nah, I was just messing with you.
Has anybody played Dispatch?
I don't like those type of games.
I have it on my
That's not what I asked you.
I have it on my wish list if any of you love me, but
there it is. Hey, man.
So no. No, I don't like those type of games. So I haven't played it, but I've watched like the scenes. I know what happens. I know the story.
Right. Got you. Jay, you have any interest in that joint?
Yeah, I'm interested. I just haven't gotten around to getting it yet.
Got you. Yeah, man. Yeah, so ho hum. But anyway. All right. You guys ready to talk some comics?
is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
He's like, let's talk more about censorship.
No, I don't, there's no comics this week at all.
I want to know
What?
if that dude met The Rock.
Oh yeah, I did.
Did you really meet The Rock?
No, it's the joke about the human liquid balloons. Like
The piss met The Rock.
I got I know.
No,
I just,
that wasn't me. Like
Did he meet him before or after the balloon hit?
no, he had to sit there and get bombarded with balloons like for until the next commercial break, and then then he
And
got
The
to
Rock
meet The
came out.
Rock. Yeah. And it was like right before The Rock became the most electrifying dude in sports entertainment, but right after like the Nation Rock, like he was coming up. So it's like,
So it wouldn't have been 2003.
Yeah, that's probably true. 2003 is
what? It
like
might have been
Scorpion King
after
Rock.
when he just became the most electrifying dude.
That's like
Then.
after
Yeah.
Mummy,
Yeah.
which makes sense because
But
that
it
was him
was
doing his
he was
press
starting
tour.
to come up. Like it was when he was starting to come up. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once he joined the
Yeah.
Nation, he came up real quick.
That's because
Once he joined the
learned
Nation?
from Owen.
Yeah.
that's because Farouk put him on the map.
Yep.
Farouk.
Lawrence doesn't know what the Nation is.
No.
I said,
Listen,
damn.
if you don't stop it, man. Listen, I was watching wrestling at that point. Okay.
Larry dressed up
Okay.
as Farouk and got fought ice over here on Alameda the other day.
No justice, no peace. No, no, but I actually did meet The Rock during that time, and yeah, it was amazing. Like that dude's great. No, it's true, and I didn't have to be covered in human liquid either, so that was great. So
Human liquid, man.
yeah,
Is that the name of this?
Why are you censoring yourself, Larry?
listen, I'm out here trying to see if I could finagle
You want to be on a
dispatch.
switch? Yeah.
That's it. I wanna be on the too. Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's start with some DCKO boss battle issue number 1. Chew, Heck,
Yeah.
look, you actually are our resident DCKO aficionado. Like,
Mhm.
would you be so kind as to tell our audience what DCKO is, and then maybe have you read DCKO Boss Battle? Heck,
Yeah, I read it today.
okay, there it is. So if you could just give the people a short synopsis of what DCKO is, and then a short synopsis of what DCKO Boss Battle number 1 is all about.
All right, this is gonna be tough because the undiagnosed autism, is gonna make me tell you the whole thing.
We're praying for you, brother.
WebMDtism.
All right. In a nutshell, DCKO is a big crisis level event happening where they give you the spoiler at the beginning that Darkseid has come back, killed everybody, bing bang boom, winner. He took over everything. We rewind back to the beginning, and we're like, there's this time consortium, whatever they're called, I forget. They're like, hold up, we'll give you some time. And they're talking to the Justice League when they're saying this. They said, we're going to give you time because you ain't strong enough. You got to get better. And we're going to have a tournament. Find the best guy that you got, guy or girl, to fight Darkseid.
Mm-hmm.
So we get into this whole big tournament of who's going to be the best. And this leads into boss battle, where what they're trying to do is that we're down to what, the final 4?
With boss battle, yeah. By the time we get to boss battle, we're at the final 4. Yes.
So by the time boss battle happens, we're at the final 4 of the tournament, and the problem is, who did it? The World Forager. He was like,
Right.
"Hey, y'all ain't strong enough still. You suck. You got to go into these other worlds. You got to fight these other people. We got to build up some Omega energy because you can't."
Right.
So they do the thing. They go into these other worlds, and then World Forager, who recently fought Darkseid and got his butt handed to him, he's like, "Oh, I'm not strong enough to hold these portals open." Ugh. So he falls over, and the portals start merging with each other, and it turns into this big cluster, just a massive clusterfuck of fight. I don't know how
Right.
far you want me to go, if you want spoilers or not, but I think that's a good spot.
Well,
I mean,
we're
nobody
not, we're
really fought.
Well, listen. So when you say nobody really fought Moses. Expound on that. How do you when you say that? What do you mean?
Like it was literally like playing Mortal Kombat, but seeing the part where it says fight, and then you go see another match that just says fight. You know, like, and they had Mortal Kombat, like Sub-Zero was there. You know,
Sub-Zero was
and
there.
the best part about it was when I saw Sam from beneath the trees, where nobody sees. Like that was the best part. Like that page was amazing, but then nothing happened.
That
You know,
little
like,
fight was amazing. What they
yeah.
showed, it was amazing.
That was the only one that had a sense of a semblance of combat. Like, and then I'm a Red Sonja fan, a Vampirella fan. Like,
Yeah.
I like Wonder Woman against Red Sonja is something that deserves its own issue, you know.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that I didn't get shit here.
You know how I said the first time we talked about KO that this was very wrestling coded?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So this comic is like when you find a VHS of, just wrestling matches,
yeah,
but they're cut down to hell and just highlights.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's what
how I
this
used to watch SummerSlam back in the day.
yeah, that's what this was. It was highlights.
It's not even that. It's like
I wouldn't even call it highlights.
Yeah, it's like Sunday Night Heat for what happened in the week of wrestling. You know, like it's literally just the promos. You know,
Yeah. Like
It's like the YouTube videos of fights that they want you to actually pay for.
it's
Yeah.
back when
And
like
they
when
cut them so that you just see that.
Well,
Yeah,
it's like
they
when you
actually
used to
did
watch
kind of fight, but
wrestling
you didn't see the
videos.
good parts.
It's when you used to watch wrestling videos on Vine. Like
yeah, like oh man, I loved the idea of this comic.
Mm-hmm.
The execution, the
Left
best,
a little something.
the
like
best.
I love
analogy-
Sabrina,
Dude,
and
I
it's like
wanted so much
they
more of that.
fucked that too.
Yeah,
It is funny that, like, from a crossover perspective, I was like, Mo is getting a lot of what he likes in this joint. Like, I was like, maybe Mo has somehow tapped into Joe's
Jay
mojo.
and I had input because it's IDW, you know, like we had a say in this, and we okayed certain things, but and again, like our people look good, beneath the trees where nobody sees, so it's like our people look good, but it's like do a good comic. Like next time we got to make Jay remind me next time we got to make a stipulation that it's got to be a good comic too,
that there has to be a winner.
I thought it was fine.
Really? So Jay, you were satisfied with what you got in regards to Boss Battle #1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
what, like, in what ways, like in what you've heard, between, like, the three of us have kind of been somewhat critical. In what ways do you feel like we're being a little too harsh on it, if any?
What it sounds like is that you enjoyed it so much that you just want more.
Mm,
And that's never a bad thing.
that's hilarious. Like,
You know what?
man, you might need to go into politics, Jay. That's some amazing spin just right there. I was like, wow, look, let me start calling you Mayor Jay. Like, I'm gonna be your friggin' wow.
Like
That is amazing.
even Jay is like, yeah, well, even like me, I would think Jay would like it from knowing Jay is like, this is like it's like a good issue 0, or it's a good free comic book day issue, like, but he went
Yeah.
full on there. Like,
Yeah, man. Wow. Look, IDW apologist, Jay Randall.
no, this is DC. We only had one. We just contributed.
I got you. Okay, there it is.
Worst
We
part
didn't
of-
write it. Yeah.
IDW just cut the check. They're like,
It
hey,
was.
that's
It
what
wasn't.
those DC guys
they-
over there do.
Yeah, it wasn't one of our guys that wrote this thing.
Right.
Which, if wrote, is saying a lot, because you could literally just look at the pages on this book and get everything. Like, you don't have to read anything.
Oh, man, listen. I should mention the script is by Jeremy Adams. And there's a
by Jeremy Adams. Yeah.
well, I mean, I think they say it like that just because, it's a big event, and like you got Scott
Direction,
Snyder,
yeah.
and you got Joshua Williamson that are like kind of like the architects of the whole thing.
I don't think they had anything to do with this issue.
Oh, I doubt that. Serious. They definitely they're in the credits. They have a special thanks. So, but there's a 4 artists on this. It's Ronan, Cliquet, Carmine, D. Dang, I always mess up
You okay, Mo?
Carmine's
Yeah,
last
there's a
name.
mosquito
Are the
in
drugs
here.
hitting?
Nah, man, I wish. I haven't even gotten to them yet. They're still here. But there's a mosquito in here.
Oh, I'm sorry, friend. Kieran McCowan and Pablo M. Collar uh, are on the art. So it's like 4 different artists.
The
Oz.
mosquito's on my light now. I can't turn off my light.
Oz, you are our resident DC aficionado, but you haven't been able to be keeping up with DCKO so much, yes?
Yeah, one of the months they came out with all the individual battle books, and that slowed me down a lot.
I can imagine. Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I don't
yeah.
want to get to the main books. I'm just like one main book behind, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Because I'm pretty sure it's DCKO 2, and then they had Fight Month, which had like the eight battles in different books, and then 3, I think.
The money would have been Fight Month B, all the fights in Boss Battle.
yeah,
I mean,
I was thinking that too. Like I'd
Yeah.
rather see these fights than
Even
even though I enjoyed it, like the Harley Zatanna book.
yeah.
I really just bought it for the art.
I haven't read that one. I got
Oh.
Cyborg and Swamp Thing, but I still haven't read it.
Gotcha.
Like,
No, Harley Zatanna was actually a really good book.
Is the
Like,
avatar of the blue in
Yeah, Aquaman.
no in Cyborg Swamp Thing?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't read it yet.
Oh, okay.
I think the avatar of the blue right now in DC is Aquaman.
Aquaman's doing some
Larry,
shit in this
never
term.
mind, Larry. I'll talk
What?
to
What
somebody
do you mean?
that reads comics.
Listen, hey, don't listen. You're
The blue
reading
is
DC.
the blue is cybernetic life. It's AI sentience. Like the avatar of the
Oh.
blue is a cybernetic being.
I don't think anymore now.
You claim to be a Charles Soule fan, but isn't Charles Soule Swamp Thing?
Yeah, but I don't think that's the blue anymore. I think
Great. No wonder
Aquaman
we're
took
getting
it
this
over.
shit now. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
and incidentally, Aquaman has one of those fight month books with Hawkman.
Oh, great.
Aquaman versus Hawkman.
Yeah.
Air versus water. Air versus
Yay.
sea.
Yeah.
Rough Rider has a question. So, what does the winner of this King of the Ring tournament win?
They recreate the universe.
They get to
Yes,
fight Darkseid in a
They get to be
Bard.
King Omega.
Yeah, King Omega. They get a
King
big old title
Omega.
belt. They get one of those Texas-sized title belts.
Well, Darkseid is just the final boss, and then if you beat him, then you're in it.
Yeah.
Oh God!
If you even get there.
Now, one thing I will say is, which I find, like anyone that, and I'm gonna get us back to boss battle in 1 second, but anyone who's been listening to Fantastic Four for some time now knows that one of my biggest beef with DC events is that you can't follow a DC event by just buying the DC event book, and that's it. Like, DCKO is 5 issues.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, if I buy DCKO and choose not to buy any of the tie-ins, I should be able to follow that story and be fine.
I mean, technically you can.
No, we all remember Nightmare. All of a sudden, the Titans were the most powerful people in issue 3. But unless you read the individual books, you don't know how they got there.
I feel
Nightmare number 3 is still one of my favorite comics ever. Like the Titans outpowering the Trinity. Like, and I'm not even a Titans guy. That's like Jay's spot, but I'm like, dude, like they earned my respect big time right there. Like, I always like them and stuff, but they're like, yeah, it's Titan, but dude, like that issue is the shit, dude.
But
I think it might be 2, but yeah, 2 and 3.
DC,
yeah.
with DCKO, like if you go from issue 2 to issue 3 and you don't read the fight night stuff, there's definitely a gap. And I'm just like, huh. Like
But it
that's
tells you. It tells you what issue it
Yeah, but
references and
it
whatnot.
costs money.
Oh well, yeah, that too.
well, I mean, but here's the thing. It doesn't like I don't like these and I could be misremembering here, but I don't feel like cuz I almost didn't read the fight night like the fight month books, like the actual tournament books.
Yeah,
But I chose to. But when I got to issue 3, I'm just like there's a whole subplot in regards to what's going on with um the quantum quorum
yeah.
and how that's going down. Like you get like a beginning of that at the end of issue 2. At the beginning of issue 3, that whole story is it's not even like you don't get a resolution to that story. You just get like
Because it's still going.
uh well no, I'm talking about okay. I'm gonna do some slight spoilers here. Some slight spoilers if you for DCKO
I think I know what you're referencing.
2.
When you
Right.
explain it, then I'll tell you.
Yeah, right. And Oz, did you read DCKO 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So at the end and again, spoilers here in case anybody's like, "Oh, like you want to tune out for a second." At the end of DCKO 2, you find out that Booster Gold, who was with the Quantum Quorum, is not actually Booster Gold, but is Darkseid in like disguise, basically. And so he's like, after he sent everybody away to go fight, he's like flipping the script and basically like running the table on the other side of things, right? And he's fighting, or he ends up fighting the rest of the Quantum Quorum, which is the World Forger and Doomsday, which is goes by
Timekeeper.
what timekeeper? Wait, keeper or trapper? What is it?
Trapper,
Forger.
maybe?
Trapper Keeper?
Time
Time
Forger.
Trapper?
Yeah, Time Forger.
No, it's like World Forger, and I think Time Trapper, and then Gorilla Grodd,
Yeah,
right? You know, but so you have Booster Gold fighting against those people. Now, how that all goes down and how it resolves, you basically get in the Fight Night books. So each of those books is like half whatever fight is supposed to be the fight, and then half Booster Gold / Darkseid fighting the Quantum Quorum and like how that ends up. And I'm like, I wouldn't have known any of that if I just went to DCKO 3. I would have just been like, wait, so I know that Booster Gold's Darkseid, but what happened to the rest of the quorum? Because all he did was like grab Time Trapper, be like, I got you. And then next thing you know, he shows up and he's just like, Rough Rider 86. Is this going to tie into DC Absolute line? Because Booster kind of
Yes. Yes. This whole book is tied into that.
yes,
kind of
and no.
caused that with Darkseid 2, right?
It's tied in.
Go ahead.
It's tied in because of Darkseid, but it's not going in what I've read, what I've seen. I don't think it's going to affect the Absolute Universe.
Yeah, but the absolute people are there.
Yeah, so it ties in that way.
So best we can say is absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah. So, but anyway, Oz, you haven't been messing with you haven't been able to like be all the way caught up, but you did read Boss Battle. What's your take on it? Being a DC fan, like messing with these events usually or whatnot, and then reading this book without having like say the all the background info?
I think you can pick up the book and read it as a one shot and be, for the most part, fine. They tell you what's at stake at the beginning, and why the heroes have to fight these other people, sort of. I think it's fine. I read it. I don't, other than knowing who the final four are, there's not really a lot of spoilery stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can, if you're not caught up, you're fine just reading it. My problems with the book are just, it does what all these crossovers do, where nobody wins, and they barely fight at all. Like none of those.
Oh, you're
fights
talking about in boss battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you ask me? I thought we were talking about boss battle.
No. That you're absolutely no. I'm just no. That's me catching up. You're answering the right question. Yes.
Yeah, like there's no resolution to any of the fights. Some of them start interesting, like the Homelander, Superman, and Wonder Woman, Red Sonja, but something always happens that nobody actually wins. And in some cases, it was even like really disappointing, like the Sabrina one.
Yeah.
She summons like an eldritch horror or something that they never show you. You get like a little bit in the background in one of the panels where you see the tentacles and one of them's getting cut off by what's her face, Star Sapphire, and that's it. And I think this, like somebody said earlier, each battle should have been its own book.
Yeah,
especially that Sabrina book. Like I would have loved to see her summon an eldritch horror and actually, help Star Sapphire defeat it. Even I'd like to see a resolution between Red Sonja and Wonder Woman, because that fight actually like excited me the most.
Interesting. Yeah.
Because they're hot.
Oh god.
But they're both like fucking strong fucking fighters, like that's a death match. Like that's like so like that's like Red Sonja Wonder Woman is one of those that you would think like that's what us nerdy dudes would talk about in the garage, like who would win between that's that, and it deserves its place in that.
And while I agree with that, I just want to double check because I don't get to read that much Red Sonja, but I mean Red Sonja is not anywhere near as strong as Wonder Woman is, right?
No, but her determination, her skill, and
she's
will.
Kind of close. Like she's got like goddess enhancement, right?
No, she's like a barbarian. Like
she's just a chick,
and she loves to kill. Like that's the thing. Like she wants to kill. So it's like she doesn't have the heroic side. That's like, oh, you're an opponent, and they put us here. You don't deserve this. She's like, no, I'm here to kill you.
And that's the thing where like Red Sonja is super dangerous and is probably just as battle tested as Wonder Woman is. Like I feel like she's as good of a fighter as Wonder Woman is a fighter. But the big difference I'm thinking is, Red Sonja is like super, like she's stronger than your average woman.
Yeah.
And she's probably stronger than a lot of dudes. But Wonder Woman is as strong as Superman. I'm like, I don't even understand how like it's like I would like to see that fight too. I'm just wondering, like, I'm like, it would seem Wonder Woman should just easily be able to overpower Red Sonja just because they're equally as good fighters. Just one is super strong.
But and that's the thing about this stuff too. It's like, are these universes like which physics are you using? Like, are you I mean, they don't tell you these things,
Well, yeah, and usually, like, DC, I feel is good for that, where they'll tell you, like, oh, we're putting everything on equal ground or whatever. And that's actually something that was really interesting with the Fight Night or the Fight Month books, because they did it like a video game where there's 3 rounds, and so when somebody gets defeated, it's the best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And then not only is it that they're 3 rounds, but they also do it so that when you get defeated, you basically get to pick like another, like an alternate version of yourself. So you don't have to be like whatever you show up as isn't like the end all be all. When you get defeated, you can be like, okay, well, let me get this version of myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to think of like a good example. Like
New
what was the first?
52 Lobo.
There you
Yeah.
go. Right. So the Lobo Wonder Woman book. After Lobo got defeated, he decided to become the new 52 Lobo, which is Moses' favorite Lobo. A lot of people don't know that about Moses, but that pretty boy, friggin' little
That Lobo right
skinny
now,
that skinny
that would have
Lobo,
a
like
that
Moses is like, man, I don't. He keeps saying, why don't we get back to that? And I'm like, Mo,
that Lobo
I
would
don't
have
know,
a
man. You
hit
gotta
Netflix
keep
series
writing
right
those letters,
now.
Mo. You gotta keep
That
writing those
that
letters.
that Lobo would have a hit Netflix series now. Like he's a K-pop Lobo. You know, like he was
K-pop
like they were ahead of its time in design. You know.
K K K-pop Lobo Hunter.
Meanwhile, when I give Lobo
Oh, K-pop
sensibilities,
Hunter.
when I give Lobo sensibilities to K-pop people, they're like, we don't like that.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that did happen though. And so, you have different, and there's different books that utilize that better. I feel like that Lobo is one of the more memorable ones with that, but I feel like, yeah, like it was weird that he chose that. But I guess there's only so many versions of Lobo to choose from too, right?
I mean,
But
only one. Like,
right, exactly.
yeah.
But yeah, but it's interesting going back to boss battle here though. It like I know for me, I found the fights really disappointing, and mostly because like they start, but that's all they do is start. It feels like it doesn't feel like they're like actual fights, and I'm not even saying that like, oh, each one of these fights needed to be its own individual
No,
issue. I
Larry,
do
like,
think
cut,
that
Larry,
would
cut. Sorry, I
what
don't want to cut you off,
what
but cut the shit. Like, I mean, we read Transformers #1, where fucking Optimus Prime like superplexed or
oh yeah
perfect plexed a dude. Like,
yeah
we know what fights in comics could be. We read do a power
right
bomb. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's like this book has no excuse. Like, you're going easy on
right.
it. Yeah.
No, I'm not going easy on it. I'm actually agreeing 100% in the sense that I don't feel like this book as a one shot needed to be its own, and each fight needed to be its own individual issues, even though I would have welcomed that. What I will say is that these individual fights don't stand up to muster, especially like for me, like the one I was most excited about was Superman Homelander,
Yes.
especially like with it being like comic book Homelander. I was like, I really was excited to see that. And my thing was, it wasn't even about the powers because they kind of have the same powers, right? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not, and don't get me wrong, like, Superman has more, but
Yeah.
it
No,
wasn't
because Superman
about,
even says it in the comic. Like his heat vision was on par.
right, right. But what I'm saying is, and this is the issue I'm having is, I wasn't excited about that fight because I'm like, oh man, I need to see Superman and Homelander go head to head, power for power. That wasn't my thought. My whole thing was more so like, I just want to see them talk. Like the ideology of
Yeah.
those two things
Personality. Yeah.
bumping up against each other, and Superman seeing of somebody as strong as he is, but with this warped personality, and Homelander seeing somebody as strong as he is, but that is like totally like altruistic. Like I wanted that. That's what I was hoping to see. And when I tell you, man, I don't get any of that in this book. Like this, the Superman in this book doesn't act like Superman at all. Like the things that he says, I'm just like, oh no. Like this, it felt like it was written by somebody that doesn't know how to write Superman. And that's
Or
messed up.
Homelander.
Somebody that
I
doesn't
mean,
read fucking comics.
Yeah, it doesn't read fucking comics.
and I was like, man, I was like really disappointed by that because that's all I came here for was the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to be a mini political debate with punches. There it is. But it wasn't that at all. And I was like, ah. So I don't know.
The
I
whole
mean,
thing feels like
and then
some weird kind of war of the independents.
and then one more thing about that though, the messed up part is, okay, let's say I did not come for that though. I just came for the fight. Dude, all they did was heat vision at each other. Like literally every fight panel is these fools locking eyes and heat visioning at each other. That's it. And I'm like,
And like two
what? Like,
punches. And
and
then
I understand, like, right, exactly. And I'm like, and I understand, like, Homelander, he primarily uses his heat vision because other than that, all he has is like super strength and vulnerability and flight, right? Like, he doesn't have like a whole suite of powers. But Superman has other stuff he can do.
Yeah, like tactile
And he doesn't, huh?
telekinesis. Like
No, that's
tactile
stupid, though.
telekinesis.
Right. Listen, where was right? We need that blue lightning Superman. No, but no, man. But Superman didn't do any of the stuff that any of the additional stuff where he's like, oh well, you keep doing this, but you bet you can't do this, right? He didn't try to do any of that, and I'm like, this is kind of disappointing, man. I'm like, dude. So I don't know, man. I was actually a little taken aback by that, but I don't know. Look, Jay, am I being too hard on? Is this me actually wanting more, or is this me giving a valid criticism where it's like, dude, they didn't do enough?
Um, yeah, it really does sound like you just want more.
There it is. Hold that line, Jay, boy. Look, your check's in the mail, friend.
You know what? I'm with Jay on
Not
this.
mad at it.
I wanted
Hey.
more. Either
Oh.
separate issues or like a giant size. Like,
Right, but
make
that
the fight
doesn't
longer.
make this a good issue. This makes it like the free comic book day version of what you really wanted.
Yeah, exactly. That's what this is.
Yeah. But this is
If I
but
got
it
this-
isn't that. This is what they sold you. This is what you paid for.
Yeah.
If this was free comic book day, I would still be disappointed.
I got this.
I
for
would.
free.
No, I would. And I would be like, wow, it was a cool idea. But I'm like, dude, why didn't they execute better? Just like you said. I'm like, we're trying to get people to actually pick up more comic books. This is not how you do it.
Like,
Especially considering,
nobody.
here's the biggest thing. The biggest thing for me is based on what I read. And you all can tell me if I'm out here talking crazy. I think that this book is going to have legitimately zero consequence in the grand scheme of things. Like, ironically enough, this book is one you can skip. You can go directly from DCKO 3 to DCKO 4. And even though this book takes place in between and there was this giant fight that happened, I don't know that you need to mention that in DCKO number 4. Like,
Well,
you
I
could
mean,
go
you might have to because I don't think Lex Luthor made it out of this one.
What? There were
made
5 people left, right?
No,
Something
it's
has
the
to
same 4. It's the same
taken out.
4.
Yeah.
No, look, Joker, Superman, Wonder Woman, Luthor. Wasn't there one
Right.
more person?
By the way, can
No.
anybody tell me what the hell the Joker was doing?
Nothing.
I don't know.
The Joker was having a tea party with Annabelle.
Yeah, that's not a fight.
But
to
that's
the
not
death.
even a good characterization of Annabelle either. Like,
He didn't
like
even
they
look
never
like
watched the
Joker.
movies or read comics. Like
It
the
was all terrible.
The Joker should have fought Sam.
He didn't even look like the Joker that was in the previous comic.
Yeah,
I agree. All that.
No.
That is true.
Like the
And
three
Joker
Jokers
should have
have a
fought Sam.
point.
I thought that was, especially considering that they made Lex Luthor act like this fool was like terrified, which I was like, why?
In a power armor suit.
Right. I'm just like, what? Like, it's a teddy bear serial killer, which I'm not saying is not something you like would take you aback. I'm not saying
Right.
that you can't be like, I did not know that this was what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But Lex Luthor looks terrified, and I'm like, why? Why does he look terrified? Like Lex Luthor.
Well, that's what we and Jay said. Like, if you're gonna use our property, you gotta. But I didn't know they're pairing up with Lex Luthor. Like, it should, maybe Gorilla Grodd. Like.
I honestly feel at this point it actually would have been more in character, which it still doesn't make sense, but it would have been more in character for Joker to be running from Sam and Luther to be having the tea party with Annabelle,
Yeah.
which also doesn't make any sense. But at least Luther probably has tea.
Well, they don't
I
even
know
have
one of
any
the
real.
covers they were together.
Which one?
Joker and Sam
Yeah,
were together
listen,
on one of the covers.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like
It was
that
pretty
definitely
good.
feels like the right pairing.
Yeah. But that's not what we got. That's an alternate cover that we got to pay extra for a comic that isn't good.
Okay, listen.
This is the worst. I don't think we're gonna let you pre-produce the show, Larry, because this week for comics was the worst. Like,
Listen, if y'all want to do something different, all y'all got to do is let me know.
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But
I gotta talk to you on Sundays now.
but listen, does anybody else have anything that they want to say about DC KO Boss Battle #1 before we start doing some ratings?
Could have been better.
Okay, there it is. Hecht, why don't you go ahead and give me your rating for DC KO Boss Battle #1.
The idea is a 5.
Mm-hmm.
The execution is a 2.
There it is. There it is.
Would you tell your
Gotcha.
friend to buy it as a 5 or a 2?
If there was a 5 physical copy, yes, I would tell him.
No, like literally, like, let's say, like, if you're gonna tell your friend, like, yeah, buy it, like, it's a good idea, but you gotta tell them that
No.
it's the 5 or it's
No.
a 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him it's a 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Jay, what would you rate DC KO Boss Battle #1?
I would give it a 3. There is some room for improvement, but I think overall, I liked what I got. I just wanted more.
Got you. Okay. And Jay, I know you're gonna have to dip out in a second. Do you want to give us
Yeah,
a
I
quick
gotta
rating
go.
for Malevolent #1?
I give it a 3. I've seen it done before, but I've also seen it done with like better art.
And
Got it.
Japanese style.
Like
Got it.
Mo brought up in our text, like the Chainsaw Man. It's like, yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. And
It's
Chainsaw
like
Man's a lot more interesting than
a
fucking.
lot more stylish.
Yeah. This definitely should have been a manga. Like, somebody tried to make a manga in American, and it sucked.
Okay.
I mean,
We'll
That's what
get to
Jay's
it.
trying to say, not me.
No,
Stick around for
I
what I'm
wouldn't say
gonna say.
that.
Yeah, me neither.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that. But all right.
Okay. Later, Jay. All right.
Let-
Oscorp.
final
Oh.
thought.
Final thought.
Go check out Iron Lung. It's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
is
I mean-
that you're not gonna tell us anything else about it, Jay? Like, go check out Iron Lung. It's a movie. You know,
Yeah,
nothing else.
like
Or if you like these kind of movies, you should check out Iron Lung.
nah, just I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like supporting the artist. That's Markiplier's new joint.
Got it. Okay. Sounds good, Jay. Appreciate it, man.
All
Be
right,
safe, friend.
later.
Later.
Oscorp, what would you rate DC KO Boss Battle?
I'll probably do a 3. I think you guys are right. You don't really need it for the event. It's fine, especially if you like some of the characters. But you know, I hate that nothing gets resolved.
Got you. Okay.
I mean, in the end of the comic, they get what they came for, but it was like the biggest cock tease you've ever seen.
Hey,
No,
listen.
I met her at Comic-Con.
Wow.
It
As
was
for
a granny
myself,
goodness.
I don't know how good she was.
hey,
That's the problem.
I'm gonna go ahead and give DCKO Boss Battle number 1 a 2 out of 5. Uh, at the end of the day, like Hecht hit the nail on the head. Like the concept is out the park. The execution is not so much, and that's really unfortunate because there were some really amazing opportunities here to capitalize on that all got completely missed. And yeah, man, it's disappointing because I wanted it. Like I came excited. I wanted this joint to be good, and at the end of the day, it was mediocre at best. Oof, that makes me sad to say, because the rest of the event that I've read has been pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been fun. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not, this is not comics as literature. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
if you're
hell
looking for
no.
high, if you're looking
Hell
for high
no.
concepts, you're not gonna get them here with DCKO. But if you're just looking to
This
have some
week's show is
fun
literally like,
reading
yeah,
comic
there's
books,
better comics out there.
say what now?
This whole show this week is like, there's better comics out there. Yeah.
But I think that's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to knock the whole event. This book, yes, this one book
No,
in
no,
like
but
as a
this
one
week,
shot.
like I'm saying this week of
No,
us reviewing comics.
no, I understand what you're saying. I just
No,
want
no,
to make
I
sure
don't think you understand. It's this week of us, the comics you chose.
hey, hey. The comics that we chose together.
Yeah, yeah. What do you mean, we white man?
What do you mean, we white man? Hilarious. So but yeah. So yeah, but I literally think you're gonna be able to skip to DC. Like I'm really interested because I know that if I'm not mistaken, did DCKO 4 come out today?
No,
Next week?
I think so.
Okay. Like
And
I'm really gonna be in. Mm-hmm.
4 is going to be the, like, I want to say the main event before Darkseid, because that's
Yeah,
when the
100%.
come in.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Where I'm really interested to see if they mention anything that's happened in boss battle outside of like if the World Forge is just like I've empowered them with the additional Omega energies and that's it. That look, technically that's a mention, but actually that's not a mention, right?
Yeah, they're not going to say nothing. You're not going to hear shit.
Yeah, like that's like and which is crazy because it'll be the one time that DC does something like that where it's like they had all these books in between that just did apparently aren't going to affect what's happening in this joint at all. Like you couldn't do that from 2 to 3, but 3 to 4 it feels like you're going to be able to go jump right into that. So I'm like, okay, well,
It feels like the easy thing would be to say it feels like a cash grab, like
yeah,
money. But
100%.
at the same time, the bigger scope. Look who's been writing the story up until boss battle, and it's been Snyder doing like the whole
Yeah,
thing
Scott Snyder.
along with
Mhm.
the other dude. This
Joshua
one didn't
Williamson.
have
Yeah.
either of them.
He's our friend. You
Right.
can't just say the other dude.
I don't
Yeah.
remember his name. I don't
We
remember anybody's
Joshua
name.
Williamson. He's
we
good.
we have the soundbite where he's like, "I love Fantastic Four. These guys are great."
Yeah, he does. He's like, these dudes are super cool. And it's like, oh, thanks, Joshua Williamson.
Just
It's
Larry didn't put it in our sound thing to put it, but yeah, we every time we review his books, we play it.
Yeah.
Or we
But
used
yeah,
to.
man.
Snyder
So
and
we'll see.
Williamson have been killing it.
Yeah.
Then we get this
Yeah.
book, and this book's like, fuck. And then we're gonna get the next issue, and then it's gonna be back on track.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
And
Because I don't feel like
that's what I
but
kind of hate, where like you get a lot of these cool characters that you want to see, like, and I know they teased it before, where it's like,
yeah.
I would like to see that as part of the main story, like, but and here it's literally just a throwaway thing,
See, and I think that's the problem where I'm not saying that these characters should be part of the main story because I get it. Like I'm not mad at the idea of there being lasting ramifications inside of the DC universe from characters that aren't native to that. You know, like I'm not a, that doesn't bother me any. It's just more so there's nothing wrong with me, or in my mind, there's nothing wrong with DC as a company and these other comic book publishers saying like, "Hey, man, we can make some money if we put our characters together." Like they're right, and all I want as a consumer is to come away from that book feeling satisfied. That's it. Like it doesn't even have to be the most spectacular thing. I don't want it to necessarily be like, oh, this had to have like the biggest ramification on what's happening in DCKO. I don't even need that. Like there's nothing wrong because like I already mentioned, I feel like you should be able to go from DCKO 3 to DCKO 4 and follow the story fine. Like I feel like that's how I think event books should work and the tie-ins should be supplemental. But I shouldn't buy a tie-in of the book, like how, a Mo, when you mess around and you get like that bug and you're like, oh, I'm buying everything with that banner. You should, if you buy everything with that banner, you should come away from those purchases feeling like, you know what? I'm happy that I bought all those books. Because, and not to say that all of them need to be key to the main story that's going through, but you shouldn't come away being like, oh man, I shouldn't have bought that. You're like, it was garbage. Like you shouldn't, or it was done poorly. It's like, dude, you did a tie-in book. It's a one shot. It has all these additional characters, and that was the main thing for me. Where I'm like, dude, like you should like in a perfect world, if you're gonna take the time to do a crossover event with DC Comics and all of these other independent books or all these other publisher books, it's like, let's make that special. It should feel special because that doesn't happen in comics a lot. And reading this, I'm like, maybe like it makes me feel as a person that's excited about comic books in general that I should maybe think twice about how excited I should be the next time something like this might happen. Because I might be like, well, it might not be that great.
We all saw what happened with like Civil War, right? Where it was supposed to be 6, it turned into 7 issues.
Right.
Took a little longer at the end.
Right.
But like, let's say they had that problem here. Like, this book should have been like, man, let's just put out 4 of these boss battle books and give them their due time. And it's like, if you're licensing these characters or they're willing to collaborate with you, like make it so that you want to read those books too.
Right. And that's the thing, right?
That it should be a vehicle for like other like
cross promotion
for people to want to read Beneath the Tree or Red Sonja.
Right.
Or, like the only people that should in this book, the only people that got, if anything of it, is the people that already like these characters. And they didn't
even not even that.
They didn't get what they like about these characters. I
love Sam.
Except for Sam. Yeah. But I mean she beat the fuck out of Lex Luthor in a power suit. That's my bitch. That's she's the shit. And my stock went up 3 cents, But it worked for me, But that's it. That's only just one it's just a little aspect of this book.
Right. And that's the whole and that's the whole thing where I think you're absolutely right, where ideally people that don't know the characters would be intrigued enough to be like, man, maybe I should go check out Vampirella. Vampirella did nothing in this book that makes Vampirella look cool. But I'm fortunate enough that I read enough comics that I know Vampirella can be amazing because I've read her books. You know what I'm saying?
You've at least read one good comic from her.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, like I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. There's nothing that happens with Sub-Zero in this book makes me be like, oh my God, like such a great character. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's crazy because
Scorpion had less time.
Dude, I'm saying I'm a dude that like I love the lore of Mortal Kombat, and I'm not saying that you need the lore to be brought into this because it's a DC event book, but you can still make Sub-Zero seem cool.
Even the way the
And
model of this
no
storyline
pun
is
intended.
like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
it should fit
Right.
in seamlessly. Like that should be the
Perfect.
easiest one to do, and they
And
didn't
it's
do it right. Yeah.
no. And that's what I'm saying. Like, like Red Sonja, probably of all the characters, probably comes out the best. And yeah, maybe Sam, but I think the thing is like the reason why I hesitate with Sam is because I feel like you don't get any sense of her character
Yeah, I
in
know.
Beneath the Trees.
Yeah.
Is like the thing that makes Beneath the Trees good
Is that
doesn't
her
happen in this
Yeah.
book. And that's the thing. That's why another reason why I think Lex Luthor is the wrong pick. Like Joker would have had a conversation with Sam,
Yeah.
and they could have totally been like, oh, like vibing off each other's crazy a little bit.
Joker could have been like, "Hey, let me help you with this," you know? And then
Dude.
they fight. You know, like
And then they have a knife fight, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Which is that's the whole thing. Like, dude. And I look, yeah, man.
Because even
it's
like
so
the way
crazy.
Sam talked to Lex Luthor, is like, "Oh, I really wish you hadn't seen this." You know, like if she
Mhm.
says that to Joker, it's a whole different conversation. Like, no, this is what I can. This is what I'm here
Yeah.
for.
Right.
You know,
Dude.
and then it's like, yeah, and then he lets out, yeah, I'm part of this thing and the universe. So I gotta kill you, but we'll do that after.
Right.
Let me help you with this, because that's a joke. And then he's
So
like, oh, you're gonna
much-
kill me? Boom.
It's a
It's
much
a
better
knife fight. Yeah.
interaction. Like
And
Moses
it
fixed
would-
it.
Yeah, like, dude, like, again, I fix things. That's what I do. Like, I drink and fix things.
I drink and fix it. Yeah, no,
And
that's
smoke
it.
and fix things, But,
It
dude,
was-
like,
that's-
that issue, like, that would have been a way better, even if it was part of an anthology. Like, it's a better segment,
like as right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying, where I'm just like, man, like I don't even understand how you have Superman and Homelander in the same panel and it feels ho-hum. Like that's crazy.
It's almost like they should have had people write the segments. Like Joe Kelly should have written the Superman Homelander segment, or
And
even
maybe
Garth
that's
Ennis,
it,
And then it's like the Joker, and even
it's sorry to say, but
Yeah.
maybe Jeremy Adams is a little bit out of his depth. Like he couldn't
again
capture all the
he wrote it. I just think he just had to like let the artist know what was gonna happen. Like I don't think he wrote. I don't think he had a lot of input. I don't think they let him even do creativity. Like this is a book where you just have to put these characters in this situation.
maybe.
I feel like
I don't know.
I feel
Like,
like in 3 months or so, they're gonna come out with like some kind of extended edition, like a Snyder cut, quote unquote.
That would be
well, they
crazy.
always do that with these crossovers. Like they do the hardcover with like everything in it. But
Yeah,
but I don't. This
absolute-
crossover itself, I don't think is worth that anyway. Like even as good as Josh Williams and Scott Snyder are. Like I think this is something that like I think they wanted to do and they made them do it. Like I don't think this is something that they wanted to do. Like this is
Are
not
you talking
how
about
they
the boss battle specifically, or are you
I
talking
think
about KO in
KO
general?
altogether. Yeah.
Really? I
Yeah.
listen. DC KO feels right up Scott Snyder's alley to me.
All right. You read
I could
more
be
than
wrong
I
about
have.
that.
Yeah, you read more than I have, and we
It-
both drank with Scott Snyder. So
the
Mhm.
the actual story flows way better than this book
yeah.
even tries to do.
Like it just
You-
feels
you-
like those last few episodes of Dragon Ball Super. Like
For the Tournament of Power.
yeah, like that's what these KO event feels like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't even like those like when Dragon Ball did it. So, like,
Well, I will say this.
but
as
that
far as
could be a
the,
taste thing too. Like, yeah, I didn't like
Yeah.
it when they did it. I don't like it when they do it here.
I will say that just based on what I've read with like DCKO as an event so far feels like a fun excuse for everybody to fight, and they give you just
Except
enough
for Sam.
except for the people in this
Sabrina.
book, right? No, and that's the whole point that I actually kind of trying to make, where it's like they give you just enough story to like justify what they actually want to put on the page, which is the people fighting each other in interesting ways, and especially like I was actually many of the fight month books I was actually really impressed with, just because not only does it like kind of hold on to that whole fighting game veneer to a degree, but some of the stuff that they did as far as like picking like the matchups they make, and then also like how it is like the different folks um present when they pick different versions of themselves, I thought was interesting. And it like the books definitely vary in degree, but even the bad ones aren't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they're still fun and interesting times. I know for me, like one of them was and this is, you know, slight spoiler for people that might be behind, but one of them was Red Hood versus Joker.
I hate it.
And I'm like, that's a book that, you know, if you know the history of those characters, you probably will find interesting, because it's literally some of that gets explored in that book, you know? And so it's pretty cool, you know?
It's a good book, but I hated that one.
Did you really?
I hated how it ended. But it's a
I
good
can
book.
understand that.
Yeah. But you know,
Yeah.
sometimes the heel goes over. So
There it
People
is.
like their cucumbers pickled.
my favorite fight out of all of them has been Wonder Woman and Lobo. Just for the panel where they're doing Karjutsu.
Oh yeah, because he likes Yu-Gi-Oh.
Huh?
I mean,
Because like the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, right?
No. Because
Oh.
have you ever seen Karjutsu?
No.
They're doing jujitsu in the car. They choke each other
Oh
out
yeah.
with the
Oh, I
seatbelt.
thought you
Yeah.
said card jutsu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Card jutsu. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that just for that panel, that was my favorite fight.
I liked I I feel like the Zatanna Harley I liked. Um I also liked the Superman Captain Atom.
Yeah,
Like that was an
it's a good one, but I don't know, to me it felt rehashed. Like it happened
and
before.
it listen, and you're not wrong. Like Superman Captain Atom is definitely something that
Like Ed
has
McGuinness
been.
drew that book.
Did he?
Yeah, Ed McGuinness and Jeff Loeb they were
Oh, you're
doing
talking about before, back in the day. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, Superman Batman
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
where he had to go against Captain Atom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know, one that I was surprised by how much I enjoyed was actually the Guy Gardner, um, friggin' Jay Garrick Flash book. Like that was like I liked it a little bit more than I would have suspected I would have.
I didn't even
And
know about that one. What was that one in?
well, that's in actual issue of Flash.
Okay, so because
Which,
I know
if you're
Aquaman
reading
has a fight.
Flash, you'll be angry. But
Aquaman has a fight that was just in Aquaman, but it
right,
was a
yeah,
tie-in.
right, and it's literally like, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Where it's like, but at the same time, like the story that you're reading in those other books with like the quantum quorum, and you know, like there's quantum quorum versus Darkseid fights happening in that Aquaman book and in that Flash book.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, this should really be someplace where people could see it, because this feels like this is a little bit important to the story, right? Like a little bit, not a lot of bit, but a little bit.
Like this
So
story is going to be amazing once it's a trade paperback because everything will be there.
right, exactly. It'll definitely be better probably, but
Yeah.
that's classic DC crossover where
hmm
it's just like, yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of, I almost have all the trades for Death Metal, so pretty soon I'll be able to read
Oh,
that whole thing.
sheesh.
Oh,
Oh
you guys.
god, there it is. Oh,
Yeah.
you and Moses can do your spin-off show on that. No,
I'm good. I have the
so
shirts, but yeah.
So
Fantastic Fix.
Yeah.
Oh,
indeed.
I didn't get hired for that though.
Oh, that sucks.
There's a lot of shit I haven't been hired for,
Yeah.
but that's a whole other show.
There it is. I'm looking into chat and I see El Malo y Bueno. Batman killing Joke was bad also. Look, that's
The
bait.
comic?
That's bait. Don't listen to that.
I think they're
I
talking
know
about
that guy. He's a troublemaker. No.
he loves Larry. He loves seeing Larry scared too. Like he wants Larry to watch like scary movies. Which the
that guy's
audience,
a no
if the
good.
audience wants it, Larry, you have to do it.
I don't think so. Not no.
You do. Like
Mm-mm.
we got to give the people what they want. Like
Oh,
it's bad enough we
listen.
only got like 3 people. Yeah.
I don't listen. I look. I've learned that
One of them's
in
your
this
mom
day.
too. Like your mom loves those like videos when you get scared.
Damn, that sounded like a diss.
No,
One of
she
them's your
really.
mom.
One of them's your mom too.
Yeah.
One of
No,
those people you should listen to.
commented on our YouTube video like, man, I love Larry being scared. Like she
does.
wants to see more.
She does.
It's usually chicks that want to see, ladies that want to see Larry get scared for some reason. I guess because he's so misogynistic all the time.
Everybody knows this about me. I'm like, man.
But yeah, Larry, if there's anything about this book, it is that it did create a conversation, and we thank them for that. So that alone is worth 2 points, but I still give it a 1. It would have been a negative, like
Right.
because this is literally like I didn't have to read any dialogue. I can see what's happening. I like the art. The art's good, but it's still like it's not a good comic, And this is not like there's so many good comics out there that like don't get
too many.
Yeah, and that I can't get to, and I had to read this. I literally was resentful for you for this, But it's my fault too because I agreed to it, So I'm self-aware about that. So,
hey,
but still, fuck
Fantastic
you,
Forum. Fantastic Forum may be one of the last democracies in America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, wait till I have my way. ISIL will be coming right after you.
So I'm just saying,
go to wherever you come from.
We can have a conversation. We can have healthy debate about what we should and shouldn't be talking about here.
We'll shit ourselves while doing it.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Let's talk about Malevolent. Malevolent. Look, Jay kicked us off basically saying, what did he rate Malevolent? He said it was a. Do you give it a 2 or a 3? No, he gave it a 3. Give it a 3. Basically saying felt like it's been done already. This book, it's published by Image. It is written by Justin Jordan, art by John Bivens, colors by Felipe Sobreiro. Yeah. And this book is a story of science doing something that they didn't intend, starting a super collider, if I'm not mistaken, and finding a gateway to hell, or causing a breach into hell, and demons are slowly pouring into basically their plane of existence. And
Quake, Duke Nukem, Doom,
right,
The Mist,
and basically feeding on people, and it's people learning how to survive in those circumstances. This is not like post-apocalyptic. Say it again, Hank.
People learning how to love again.
Well, this isn't a post-apocalyptic thing or anything like that, because the demons haven't completely taken over, but they are like a hazard. And it's like people learning how it is that they can deal with demons, and how it is they can potentially contain them, how it is that they can fight back against them and survive like these demon incursions. And in this book, they have a secret weapon that is just being released against the demons. So Moses, what did you think of Malevolent #1?
Yeah, it was a huge waste of time. I felt like this should have been a manga. I would have enjoyed it better. And then I realized, oh yeah, I read this manga already. You know, so it's like Soul Eater, Psycho Detective,
Mm.
Tokyo Ghoul. Like it's been
Oh,
done, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
with better art, better. I did like the design, the homage to like Eternals or Celestials in the design
Mm.
of the demons, but that only gets you so far. Like this book was a huge like I was literally angry reading it because I'm like I started watching network television in the middle of Emily's like, no, you're reading, right? And I'm like, no, fuck this book, you know. But I did finish it, and none of it like it's not like I understand doing things in a certain way that is like maybe influenced by like a manga, but doing it for American sensibilities. Like I get that. We get that a lot. Like Wayward is a really good book like that from Jim Zub, you know.
Hmm.
But it's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Cardcaptor Sakura, you know. So
Hmm.
um that's good, like it uses it utilizes, but the important thing is you care about the characters. There is not one single character in this book I give a fuck about. And
Mm.
if somebody, hey, you like comics, read this. I read it, I'd leave it. It's like when those black dudes gave you their comic, Larry, and you just threw it in the garbage.
I
What do you
don't know
call that
what you're
when
talking
you
about,
know
friend.
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't
It's like,
like
no,
that.
I don't
Sounds
want
like
this.
propaganda.
Yeah, you know exactly what it is. But it's one
Mm-mm.
of those things where it's like, it's like somebody's independent project, you know, and it's like, yeah, read my comic, it's great, and then it's not, like,
That it's not.
yeah, that's what this comic feels like. I don't know how the fuck it got like past image. Like I might need to invest in this company now, because it's like this is literally not like this is not what we're here for. Like, and again, there's so many great comics out there that get lost in the cacophony of how much you can get. The art isn't even that great. Just the design on the demons, but they're amorphous. Like they're zoomed in, like you see in that panel. You never see a full picture of one aside from the
Yeah.
cover. So it's like they're just a concept, and that works. Like we talked about the beauty comic version in TV last week, and we talked about how
Yeah.
like, oh, for TV you kind of have to do things a certain way,
Right.
Like I felt like they did this book how you should do TV instead of how you should do comics, and that doesn't work for
They did this
comics.
book like how they should do TV. That's pretty
Yeah,
funny. Like, I'm not
and,
mad at that though. I get
but
what you're saying.
and that's the thing is like in like I should be mad at what I saw reading this comic when I watch it on TV. Not mad
Hmm.
as I'm reading the comic. And Justin Jordan, I know he's better than this. Like I think
Yeah.
I don't know why, like especially from an independent comics perspective, like I don't know why he decided to. I don't know, maybe he has something to say. I didn't like a message or something, but it doesn't come through here in this first
Yeah.
issue. And nothing even has a big to be continued with the little girl, like demon chainsaw woman, Denji person, whatever you want to call her. Like she's there and it says to be continued, and she like ate a demon and she like smiled, and I still don't give a shit, you know.
Yeah.
El Malo
Yeah.
y
I
Bueno
mean,
says, preach, Moses. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what my mama taught me to. R.I.P. my mom. And then he also asked what are our thoughts on Batman Robert Pattinson's like, hey, I'm all for it. It doesn't matter. Like, it's going to be good. If it's not, we're going to talk shit anyway.
Yep.
I'm ready to talk shit, though.
oh, we know. We know. But yeah, I will agree with you in this book. I will say this. The concepts are interesting. Um, they're not new. It's been done, but it's easy to bring your own take to a concept that's been done before. And honestly, I will say that I feel like where this book probably could have been better and needed some help is with the art. Like if the art was better, at least from a visual standpoint, people would have like I think would have had something to say about it. And I'm not even saying like it has to be spectacular. I just think that what what the story is trying to convey, if the storytelling was a little bit better, if the art was a little bit higher caliber, maybe that could have saved this book, despite the fact that it's not doing anything like super new.
I liked it.
Um, you liked what, the art or the book? I mean, the art or the story? What do you talk? Which one?
I liked it all because I don't have the bias that you guys have because I haven't seen these anime.
Oh man,
This
Got you.
trope, I'm
You're
not
missing
familiar
out.
with this trope.
And that's fair. I mean, listen, and that's
Maybe that's who this book is for.
right, right. Like if you're looking at this concept, you're like, oh man, this feels very fresh. I get it. Like, and here's the thing, like
That's
the
how I feel
concept's
every
done.
time I watch an anime.
if the concept, like the concept's been done a number of different times because it's a cool concept. It
Yeah.
like there's I mean there's only so many stories that get told in general anyway, right? But the fact is it's like there are certain concepts that get rehashed because they are in fact interesting, and it's just a matter of what spin that you bring to the table on that particular concept. And so, like I'm all about it. Like I love the idea of uh demons coming into a world and people trying to fight them and warding and all that kind of stuff. Like that's stuff I personally find interesting. Uh I think that the big thing where this fails is, like, I think the design wise none of it pops. And especially considering, like, you have warded and mystical armor. You got warded weapons, right? You have demons, and like you said, like they're like the demons super amorphous. And at the end of the day, it's kind of just like, okay, I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at. Like it doesn't have to be a thing where, like, if you don't want the demons to be like super tangible, like they don't
Dude,
have to be,
Larry,
but they should be
Larry, let me just ask
something.
you. I'll stop you right
What?
there, Larry.
Go ahead.
Imagine if like Chris Bachalo or Joe Mad
Yeah,
drew this
yeah.
comic.
Of course, it would be
Like it'd
amazing.
be a whole different story.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I'm saying. It's like if it was visually interesting, at least it would have that to go on, because the concepts are interesting. And then the big thing, I think, is the weapon, right? You have this weapon that is kind of like the crux of the whole thing, and it's just it feels plain. And I'm like, man, that's messed up. Like it's unfortunate because there could have been, like, with a different artist, the weapon could be a whole different thing, and people would
Totally.
just be like, wow. But
And they even try
here
to
we
do
are.
like the little manga anime trope where it's like a girl, like
Mm-hmm.
scantily clad, or but she's not even
Mm-hmm.
like. There's no fan service in it, and I respect them for not doing the fan service thing, like,
What do you mean no
but
fan service? The feet are
like,
right there.
I'm not a foot guy. Yeah. Yeah, so that's where it like kind of fails at trying, for me at least, to try to do what it's trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Emali Bueno says Arkham Asylum games should have been turned into movies, and that's honestly like when James Gunn started taking over, and I'm like, is he gonna do a Batman thing? I told him, but not really. I told him on Threads, but I don't know if he read it. But I told him, like, literally, like, you should do like a breakout, like how New Avengers started in
Mm-hmm.
pre Civil War Marvel, but do it
Mm-hmm.
with the Gotham Knights. Like have
Mm.
something happens and everybody breaks out of Arkham Asylum, and you got like do your Batman stories and stuff, but do Gotham Knights. Don't focus just on Batman. Don't rely on that to be good. Like do good stories with like Nightwing and Huntress
Mm-hmm.
and all that. Even like what's the other story? No Man's Land. Like do something like that. Like just do
Mm-hmm.
that, and you could have 3, 4, 5 movies even maybe that could still connect
100%.
to but I don't know if you listen to me. Yeah.
Look, that's actually a great concept for a series of films that we
Mhm.
haven't seen yet, where it's like a number of different films that are taking place basically like at the same time, but
Yeah.
all individual. Like you said, like a No Man's Land. Like
Yeah.
if the No Man's Land event happens, and you have that's your Batman movie,
Yeah.
and then you do a Nightwing movie that's in the same time period, but it's
You
Dick
can even
Grayson's perspective during that same frame of time, and then like you said, at the end, you can technically bring all those people together
look, you can even do
inside the same
one
event.
movie and like Inglorious Bastard style where it all connects at the end,
Yeah.
like if you're just gonna do one. But ideally I would, if you
Yeah.
do a Birds of Prey, depending on which characters you have, but let's say you got like uh, you know, Batman and Robin, Nightwing, and like a Birds of Prey, and then you don't have a Huntress or any or Oracle or anything of that. So it's like,
Hmm.
or you can have Oracle tie everything together, the
Yeah.
vignettes or whatever. But yeah, a series of movies or just one single movie could be done in that way.
Yeah. Like if you did like a Batman movie that was like the No Man's Land's concept, but you just call it like, I don't know, Batman something. I don't know what like the little tagline would be. And
Yeah,
then you do a Nightwing movie that takes place during that same time, and then a Bat girl movie or Batwoman, and you can even do like a Catwoman movie. Like you're gonna do like individual character movies, and then at the end you do a Batman No Man's Land, and everybody's in
yeah.
it. That would
Oh,
be
that'd
that
be
would
the
be
shit. Yeah,
an amazing type of thing, because you got introduced to each character. You don't have to like necessarily retread the entire concept each movie, but
yeah,
they can be enough to stand alone. And it's like you still everybody's getting their own individual characters. They got the scenario, and then when you get them all together at the end and
yeah,
wrap up that entire event, like that would be super cool. And the other part is you could technically film all those movies at once, because
yeah, yeah.
like you just cast the people.
You get them on
And
the contract for appearances or whatever, like kind of how a lot of those
yeah,
Avengers movies were like,
but
where it's like
but you
you
don't
get a
even have to
movie,
contract them for appearances. You like literally contract them for like two movies,
yeah,
their
and then
movie and then
yeah.
the No Man's Land, and then that's
No,
it.
but I'm just saying like how you can see like the Hulk in the early seasons of like Agents of Shield because he's under contract, so
Mm.
you can show him. You can't show
Oh,
Mark
got you.
Ruffalo, but you can show the Hulk.
Got it.
So
I hear what
shit
you're
like
saying.
that.
Right.
So, and that's how
It could
it's
be
be
somebody
like
else
you
in the
could.
mask running around in the background or
Yeah,
something.
and
Yeah, yeah.
just from behind, you connect them through like with extras. He says Burt
Hmm.
Ward, and Molly Bueno says Burt Ward. They're like, yeah, Burt Ward could be a clerk at Gotham City PD. I would love to
So
like see Burt Ward in one of these, like
so so Malevolent isn't doing it.
yeah,
Look, so let's just rate it, and then we can
yeah.
talk about something else before we get out of here if y'all want to do that. Look, I don't remember. I don't think I sent this your way. You didn't get to read this book, right?
No, I read it.
Oh, you did read
I,
it. Okay,
I
did I-
randomly happened on YouTube and I saw what you guys were going to talk about. So I said, "Hey,
success,
I saw it
success.
early enough that I was like,
There
I'll
it
read
is.
that."
The look, praise the promo pick. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. I know.
Yeah.
So,
You're welcome, Larry.
what would you rate Malevolent #1?
For me, I rated a 3. Like I
Okay.
said, I'm not familiar with the tropes. I
Hmm.
liked it. I
Yeah,
like the art. I know you guys don't, but
yeah,
the grittiness of the art
Yeah,
lends to the story for me.
I'd agree with that.
So I was all about it. It's not the best thing I've read today, but
Got you.
it I liked it. I might read the number 2.
There it is. There it is. Mos Magnum. what would you rate Malevolent #1?
It got a point just because Heck liked it. Like it did what it's supposed to do, get somebody to want to read more of it. So
Right,
that's something that I couldn't get from it, but he got from it. So that earns a point. Like that's real world data. Yeah, as they say,
right,
no?
right.
So it's a 2 from me. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay, cool. Listen, I would give it a 2.5 just because, like I said, the concept I think is a concept that I could enjoy. I just think the way that it was executed just didn't do it for me, unfortunately. Like, I think that there's some missed opportunities with character design and the overall art, which, you know, I don't mind that style of art. I just personally didn't feel like it served this particular story all that great. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 2.5. So cool. All right. So listen, we got a little bit of time before we have to get out of here, folks. Anything in particular anybody want to talk about? Any topics? Heck, you're our guest. I'll give you first dibs, man. What's been on your mind, or anything in particular you've been reading that you want to put out there?
Oh, so I read this image comic this week called Wrestle Heist.
Wrestle Heist. Okay, I haven't even heard of Wrestle Heist.
Yeah, it's the cover looks like the old school Pro Wrestling Illustrated covers, but it's Wrestle Heist. Um, it's about this asshole promoter who hired a wrestler to injure another wrestler who was about to leave the territory. So he
Okay.
got injured, lost his income, lost family, and everything for that. So a year later, he comes back. He's healed. He's wrestling, but not for them. And then he goes to some old timers like, "Hey, you've dealt with this promoter." And every year he holds a big old tournament, whatever, with a big old prize, cash prize, like a
Mm-hmm.
million or whatever. You get the ticket sales from the house, and it
Okay.
ends up like in the millions. Uh so he's like, "Hey, you guys want in on this? We can fucking rob this dude and stick it to him, take the money, fuck that guy." But
Okay.
I like the start, and there's little nods to like real people
Right.
because everybody's fake, but you can see like the little nods. My favorite is what the fuck was his name? Bearcat, Bear Claw, something like that.
Beowulf.
Yes, Beowulf.
Beowulf.
He's a he's a Ultimate Warrior analog. But
Oh, listen. Yeah, like I'm a Ultimate Warrior is one of my favorite wrestlers.
And Malevolent says Doctor Love. Like,
no Doctor Love yet, not yet.
Yeah.
like even that dude, like he's got some like Rick Martel slash Ted DiBiase vibe.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
the
too
dude with the
funny.
beard at the bottom, he's like the Undertaker. I want to say mixed with Papa Chango.
oh, nice. Yeah.
Damn.
It's I like it so far. The only thing I don't like is the
Hmm.
art
It's too
because it
cartoony.
look
Oh, it's like
it
the Rick and Morty style kind of
it's
thing.
not
Like
even Rick and Morty, dude.
that's what the
It's
cover
like
looked like, but yeah,
um, it's like what the fuck is the style?
like Mad
I want
Magazine
to say
ish.
like Sunday comic, but
Yeah.
like the New Yorker. I want to say
Oh, like a
Oh,
comic
okay.
strip.
Yeah.
kinda, yeah,
Like
like
yeah.
a traditional comic strip, not like a
Right.
comic.
I gotta check
Yeah.
it out because I actually like that art. Like, I'm a fan of that art.
That's most steez.
Like, I actually subscribe. Like, there's a Mo deal that I wish I would have prepared, but they're like you can get every Mad magazine for the last 40 years for like $20.
That ain't
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know how you're gonna fold it on your, do the fold in on your iPad, but
That's what the art looks like.
yeah, I like that. I love that. I'm in. Like that, I love that style of art. Like it's really flat, but it still gives dimension. Like
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
It's my
I mean,
shit. Yeah.
like based on what you're talking about from a tone perspective, actually, I think that that might work for me too. It might.
I
We'll
love how
see.
their hands are tiny. Like
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but it just it works here. Like if it was Liefeld drawing it, it's like it's out of perspective, but here it works. Like
Your little tiny hands.
yeah, a
Ka-ching.
little gap, like crotch gap is like Jim Lee drew this.
And I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. It's kind of like that Pendleton Ward kind of art, like Adventure
Yeah.
Time a little bit,
Yeah.
Bravest Word, and I love that design. That's like uh Japanese super flat, American inspired super flat. I love that. Yeah, yeah. El Mali Bueno says Gilbert comic. Yeah, like that style. Like I love that shit. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, man,
I'm liking where it's going so far.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Almost
And
like
then
Far Side too.
like the old school wrestling magazines, they have like a top 10 at the end of the first comic.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow. See, now I will say that I never messed with wrestling magazines, so I don't. I'm
Yeah, me
not as
neither.
familiar. Like I've seen, like when you said the cover is like the old school wrestling stuff. Like I've seen the covers because I go to
Yeah.
I've been to all types of bookstores, newsstands, comic book stores that have wrestling magazines. So
Yes,
I've seen the
sir.
covers, but I'm not familiar with the insides as much. And so,
Yeah.
but just that by itself, like what you've described, is definitely enough for me to be like, you know what, I'm interested in checking this out. It's like, so
It's a good one. It's
yeah.
hard
So
to get
Wrestle
hooked.
Heist.
Yes.
Yeah, my brother was like a manager at like Borders and Brentanos and Walden Books, so I would get all the wrestling magazines like for
Nice,
free.
nice.
And books, like every birthday was like a book or Christmas a book. Yeah. It's like I don't
Yeah,
read,
yeah.
motherfucker.
I don't read. He's like,
He
I'm
was.
illiterate. No, no.
I love like I don't read, but it's the new Margot Robbie movie is like, oh, they cast that guy as that girl.
So, Moses, what's been going on with you, man? What you been
From
thinking about, or
I
what
was
you've
mad
been
at
reading?
you because you never saw the CW version of 4400.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen,
that was
I
a big thing for
understand.
me. Like,
I understand why though, because I'm like that was like the middle of the pandemic.
yeah. Well, it's only one season too, so it got.
Yeah.
But it happened
It,
like it happened after the pandemic happened, I guess. So it uses
uh,
that like, and which is like it's a good way of doing the 4400 like that
yeah.
story because the world is so shaky. Like when we
Hmm.
saw the original one, it was like right after 9/11, the world was shaken by that, or American
Hmm.
sensibility at the very least.
Hmm.
It changed the world, and now we don't know what to do, like the way they handle you know so I literally watched like 2 episodes of the new one, the
Hmm.
CW one, and then
Hmm.
watched 2 episodes of the original, like back to back, to like compare them, and I'm like, dude, like they're both really good. And it just sucks. They both came to an untimely end.
They did.
So it's like,
Yeah.
when are we ever gonna see what
Yeah.
happened? Like, and
Yeah.
at this point, it's like I want Joshua Williamson and Scott Snyder to like connect the two.
Yeah.
You know.
That was the first time that I remember seeing Mahershala
Oh
Ali.
yeah, for me too. Like
Yeah.
I used to joke about him a lot, where he's like, "Oh, he's just the guy that looked like he was gonna cry every episode of 4400," and then he won an Academy Award, and I'm like, man. And then it's like watching it again after, I'm like, man, no one like
No,
he
yeah,
did
he was
deserve.
amazing.
He's a great actor. Like,
He
and
was amazing in that show.
everybody in the original 4400 was really great.
Yeah,
Even
it's a
the
good
the
cast.
the dude, like, because there was that time where they were just like the dude from Human Target, Eureka.
Yeah.
4400, like they're generic
Yeah.
white V, the new
Yeah.
V, like
Yeah.
it's.
Yeah.
I think the guy from 4400 was the dude from V too, but it's like they're
Yeah.
generic. They're casting generic white people for these shows. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I hate calling them that because they're actually all really, really good,
Oh yeah.
but it's just the way they do them.
Right.
So I was that, and then the other thing is like I actually found a sense of thankfulness in life and my
Mm.
existence, which is rare. That
Hmm.
I am bilingual, so
Yeah.
because I got a chance to watch the Chainsaw movie. I didn't get. I was gonna watch it in the theater because
Like
I was
Chainsaw
really
Man.
excited. Yeah, the movie.
Oh, okay.
So in lieu of a second season, they did a theatrical release that I didn't get to watch
Mm.
because my mom
Yeah.
died in that time. So I didn't get to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
So the somebody gave me a copy of it, a press copy, but it happened to
Fell
be
off
in
the truck.
Spanish. Yeah. It happened to be in Spanish.
Mm.
And he's like, I'm sorry, but it's in Spanish. Like, hey, I understand. Like I watching it in Spanish was probably I assume better than English. Like I understand every single aspect of it, no problem. Like it's harder to watch something with subtitles than it was for me. So I'm like, man, I'm really thankful for being bilingual. You know, it's like so I just had a great experience. Now, if I want to review the movie, there is, it should have been a season, but
Got you.
but the story was pretty good. The animation was good, and I could understand. I didn't have to read any subtitles because I could understand language. So
Right.
I was thankful
Right.
for that. So that's what
That's
happened with
cool.
me
There it
since
is.
last week. That
I
we
love it.
Yeah.
So they're
I'm
not
looking
doing
at.
the second season at all, or it's just the
No,
movie?
they're gonna do another season probably in a year, or well, at this point, yeah, probably
Yeah.
this year. But it's gonna
Probably
be
just
like it's gonna
gap
be
filler.
after. Yeah, yeah. Well, they did in lieu of a second season, they did a movie,
Yeah.
and
Like they're
And
so
or
then
not. I
season
should say
two,
gap filler. It's like it's to tide you over as they
mhm.
take the time to complete the second season.
Yeah, and so it'll be like
They're like, don't
everything,
forget about us. We still here.
everything that I think it's like the first like three mangas or four mangas are like the first season, and
Hmm.
then there's things in the manga that they didn't show in the series that they showed in the movie, and then it's gonna, and then the movie was like I think the next four mangas just condensed into a movie, and
Hmm.
then maybe another three or so. I'm on volume 12 right now, or yeah,
Oh
and I
wow.
think they're on like 18 now. So I gotta go to next anime expo. I gotta buy. I gotta catch up.
So I'm looking into chat and I see El Malo y Bueno says, "Who's Boss Baby's top wrestler?" So Hecht, who's your top wrestler?
who's my top wrestler right now? Shit,
All time. Start with all time.
all time Undertaker.
Mm,
Like that one's
okay.
easy. All
Not
time
mad at that.
Undertaker all day. Um,
Okay.
How about right
right
now?
now, fuck. There's so many.
Is it hard to say because of too much talent or a lack of talent?
No, too much.
Okay, too much talent.
Like
Yeah, I mean,
I
I know
know
this era they
Royal
say there's
Rumble
like
just
really
passed, and they brought up
mhm.
some people from NXT, and
Mm.
fuck, these new dudes are good.
Okay. Wow. I'm not mad at that.
How do you feel about the ladies? Like,
It's gotten better. Like
yeah,
it's on par.
it's almost like
That's
a
amazing.
a league within its own. Like, it's not like it used to be, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
listen.
not the piss break.
They do the shit right now. Like for me, that's one of my top ones right now. I mean, I'm a Rhea Ripley fan,
Yeah.
but like
Mm,
she's like, I mean, she does shit that heavyweights do, but high flyers do too. Like
Yeah.
you
mm-hmm.
watch these ladies go at it, and it's like you could they any given match, any given like 2 minute parts of their matches, they could have broken their necks.
You know what? I'm glad you brought up the women. My
Yeah.
favorite wrestler of currently Tony Storm.
Oh,
I don't know Tony Storm.
She's from AEW.
Oh, okay.
The gimmick.
Oh,
The gimmick.
she's on the
what's her gimmick?
inside the comic we just read, right?
So,
in the
her gimmick is basically she's a 1920s
Oh!
starlet.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize. I do know Tony Storm.
Yeah,
And her
she's like,
and her gimmick is fantastic. You are absolutely
yes,
right.
she's
But please tell the people what it is. Still, I'm sorry. I apologize. Tell the
it's
people what the gimmick is.
it's like a 1920s starlet who is constantly like Marilyn Monroe
Mm-hmm.
at her height. That's Tony Storm right now. Like the gimmick, that's the gimmick,
Mm-hmm.
and she's
But she wrestles.
and she wrestles good. She
Yeah.
wrestles good.
She's fantastic. Yeah. And she's easy on the eyes.
That booty, but I mean,
that's what you guys watch it for. I watch it for the athleticism.
Listen,
I mean-
she's got all of it.
Same reason I watch the guys.
I know.
if I'm talking like eye candy, Bailey, and Bailey is just as good as Tony Storm, but Bailey
Okay.
doesn't have the gimmick. Bailey's good, but she doesn't have a gimmick.
Okay. Listen, I mean, I don't watch wrestling, but eye candy wise, Jade Cargill. Oh,
Brother,
jeez.
Hey.
Jeez.
I
Oh, my
understand.
God.
I understand.
Oh, I know she's not like a great wrestler.
She is.
She's getting
Lily
there.
Goldberg.
She's Goldberg?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Like that sounds like a decent comparison. Even though like I from what I've heard, she's working on it.
She's getting better. Alexa Bliss is on. Yeah, she's all right. I like her.
Oscore.
She kind of
Alexa
fell.
Bliss is where it's at. I don't know who that is. I have to go look
She
her
kind
up.
of fell off. When she had the baby. But
Okay, misogynist.
no, I'm just saying, like,
She
it's
didn't
not.
fall off. She had a baby.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, like, she on TV, she's not where she was
Poor
before. the
poor
baby.
Alexis Bliss is out here trying to come back 4 weeks after having a baby because of heck.
Ignorance is bliss. You don't know her. Yeah.
She's like, man, the fans are out here crucifying me.
And,
She's
and
like,
Molly Bueno
gotta go back to
says,
work.
and Molly Bueno asked about Lita and Trish, and those are legends, like definitely to look at. But Lita could do the Hurricanrana like nobody,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
she used to be like, she's a high flyer, like she, surprised she's still alive.
For real.
And she's from like
Yeah, I
the
was
ECW days too.
Indeed.
Yeah. Hey, Oscar, I know you're not here, but did you read that Green Lantern KO tie-in?
That's a good question. I want to read that, but I haven't done it yet. Have you done it?
I have it. I got the variant cover.
Oh, okay. But you haven't read it yet, or you did read it?
I did read it.
Did you like
it?
it?
I liked it.
Okay.
It's very wrestling. Like it's super wrestling.
I mean, it is called like Galactic Slam, right?
Yeah. Once you read it, you'll understand. It's super wrestling.
See, and understand that like this is I think part of why I'm like kind of up on DCKO. It's like it's unapologetically fun.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that. Where I'm just like, I don't mind comics being fun sometimes. Where there's like, don't get me wrong, I love serious and high concept stories. Like that's I like those more.
Like,
But I definitely like comics just for comics' sake sometimes, where they're just like enjoying the medium.
I always say that too, and then I read like Jonathan Hickman and throw the shit right out the window.
Oz says no, he did not read that.
The pacing and the way KO has been going, I understand why they took Batman out so early.
Yeah.
because it's so
Yeah.
wrestling that you can't have Batman there.
No, Batman would ruin it.
Yeah.
At least early on. Let me put it like that. Like, because Batman's not going to be fun. Batman's going to be strategic.
So it's bringing him at the end when Paul Bearer brings him in.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what it is.
My Batman.
Dude, that'd be the shit. Like Paul Bearer, and then like Batman's the Undertaker, and fucking Hush is like the King.
Dude,
That's too funny.
Like
that's
I
gonna be
fixed it.
KO too. We're already making it. Call us, Snyder.
There it is. All right. Hecht, give me some final thoughts, buddy.
Hey, if you know a good remote job, please contact me. You can hit up the Fantastic Forum Discord, and please, I'm there. My name's Hecht. Listen, I need a job. I need a job, brother.
There it
please,
is.
You know, I need money. I don't want to lose my house. I need money.
Hit up Hecht if you have a good remote job. Make it so. Moses Magnum, final thoughts.
Yeah, man. Check out Fantastic Forum on all the socials. We're not updating a lot, but we will be. Yeah, at some point. We gotta work on that later.
on our social media?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we can work on that better. Archives are up though. If you guys are looking for archives, they're there.
If you listen on audio primarily, they're up there.
Yeah. Or look on YouTube. We're there.
Oh. No, I thought you were talking about
No,
audio.
No, audio too. The audio,
okay, good.
the archives are up. They're up audio. They're up on YouTube. All that. I'm just saying, the archives are there. Is all I'm saying. Yeah.
Wherever you listen to your audio podcasts.
There it is. So for the entire Fantastic Forum, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate you. We will be back next week. Until then, let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you like to see more of. We're the Fantastic Forum. Have a good night.
Good night.